What up guys, Rissole here, and today I decided to do a video of my Wheel Fall Down son analysis. I suppose just to compliment it, or if you're one of those people who just watches videos and can't read it, or whatever. But yeah, I think it's from Dr. Maxis' point of view. I'm probably wrong. Yeah, it's up to you guys what you think, but I'm thinking it's Dr. Maxis, and yeah, here we go. Now, Xenocoelachypus is the Latin name for the Oriental rat flea, and that was the flea on rats that spread the plague to humans when the bubonic plague was around. And MDC LXV in Roman numerals is 1665, and that's the year the Great Plague occurred. And so the two basically go in hand. And what I think it is it's just showing how the zombies is like the Great Plague. How it's... the zombies are just like the Oriental rat flea or whatever, just spreading the plague. Next is... now, Helicase is an enzyme in all living organisms, and it's used to separate your DNA strands or your RNA or your hybrid of both or whatever into two. And CXV is 115 in Roman numerals, and that's the element in the main game and all that. And behind the CXV, I'm taking that Dr. Maxis binded the 115 into the DNA, and that's how he tried to start his super soldiers, I guess. Non-responsive I take is that they're dead. Ferritin is a protein in the body that's used to store iron. It's only in living organisms. I think if you're dead it doesn't work or something like that. If ferritin levels are high, that means there's too much iron in the body. In vivo means to experiment on a whole living organism rather than dead or partial organisms, but still seem to be alive indicates that the experiment is alive even though it's dead, because it's dead in the first line, and then the next two just are saying that it's still seems to be alive, basically. What I take from controls of feeling fine is like the zombies can be controlled despite the awful sounds they make, you know, when you're running around and they make that sound and all that. And what I take is he thinks he can control them, but he can't. But, well, we all know he can't, but yeah, he thinks he can control them. Now, incidence is the rate at which something unexpected happens, and in this case it's the deaths of people, the zombies killing them. Tallowy is a hard fat in farm animals. Offal is the internal organs of animals. Basically we are tallowy offal. We are getting killed by the zombies. And also offal down sounds like awful down. So the zombies are starting to kill people. We all fall down, we fall down, we all fall down, we fall down. That's what I see as a reference to the Ring Around the Rosie poem. We fall down and die from the zombies just like the plague did in the Great Plague in 1665. What I take is, like, you know, the overall meaning, the death toll is beginning to get big. It's getting larger. Martyr is someone who dies for not renouncing or accepting religious principles. So if I was Christian, no, if I wasn't Christian and then like Christians killed me because I wasn't Christian or something like that. No offense to Christians. Martyrs are commonly associated with the devil, Lucifer, Satan. He's got some influence in the storyline. Brethren is plural for brother, so brothers. And the zombies are the devil's brothers. They weren't meant to exist, meant to be set free from hell. So shouldn't have ever existed. In vitro is similar to in vivo from a couple of lines above. Except it's talking about the surroundings of an experiment. So a controlled environment. So basically the Earth is a controlled environment. In Vivo, you and me, the live experiment thing, we are the live experiments, and the zombies, we are the live experiments, and planet Earth is the experimentation environment. So the zombies are killing us on Earth. What I take from this is, from the first line, is Maxis thinking that Richtofen caused the bear to watch him in one of the terminal files, and probably also the monkey bomb, because Maxis said he could hear it scream when set alight, and lock everything around. That's when Richtofen locked him, Samantha, and her dog Fluffy in the teleporter. Awful down is a synonym for bad off. Edward's last words to Dr. Maxis were, "Goodbye, Dr. Maxis," so that's essentially leaving them in the position that they're bad off. So he told them, "You were bad off."
We all fall down, we fall down, we all fall down, we fall down. It will end in flashes, and we'll choke on ashes, and we'll all fall down.
It will end in flashes, and we'll choke on ashes, and we'll all fall down. Flashes has many meanings here. What I take from it, because the whole paragraph seems to be referring to the poem, I'm gonna continue that with flashes. So the plague systems came pretty quickly before death, and that flashes is like really quickly, so just like the plague symptoms coming quickly before death, so did the zombies. That's what I'm taking from it. Probably loosely like bad, but whatever. And it can also be that your life flashes before your life when you face death. Ashes refer to the poem again, because bodies were cremated, so it would stop the disease spreading from dead bodies. Obviously, you know, ashes in the air, you know, people would be walking and ashes would choke on them, basically. Because the ashes are dead people, it's basically a metaphor, again, for the zombies killing you, because they're dead as well. And we'll all fall down refers back to the poem, you know, killed by the plague and killed by the zombies.
Long live the phantom, I hear him sing and scream out his anthem.
Now, I see this is Maxis talking about Richtofen, how he's lived a long time as a phantom, because when he switched souls with Samantha, he was a phantom now, and Maxis says he's been looking for decades. So I guess that gives Richtofen about 20 plus years as being the demonic announcer. Sin refers to, I don't know if this is it, I think it is, like, this works to the Maxis point of view, but it's what you guys decide, but yeah. Sin refers to Richtofen talking as an omnipotent being, because he is everywhere basically. An anthem is a song of celebration, so you know how Richtofen in game constantly talks about how he controls everything, now he's an omnipotent being and all that crap, and this is a very vague one, and I'm not really sure what to make of it, but Maxis could be talking about the zombies, or it could be talking about a different threat. You can feel them, but he can't see them. It's very vague. It could be the Vilya, possibly, but
We all fall down, we fall down, we all fall down, we fall down. It will end in flashes, and we'll choke on ashes, and we'll all fall down. It will end in ashes of their lives. We can still see flashes in our eyes.
it will end in ashes of their lives. We can still see flashes in our eyes. It's referring back to the poem, the ashes of the dead people. You will die in the bodies of the dead and undead, and your life will flash before your eyes as well.
Until it crashes and the
Now this next one is like a really unique verse, and I think it's like one of the main things we have to look at, and it's got so many meanings to it that you can basically interpret it any way and still be right. But I've interpreted it 2 ways. I know there's more, people think there's more to it, but yeah. What I take for it is group 935 is the atom, and the it in the first line is the zombies. So until it crashes, until the zombies stop, and the atom smashes until group 935 is finally stopped, which is Maxis and Richtofen and whoever could be alive, then all amounts will just fade away. So all humans will just keep dying, and it won't stop until the zombies in group 935 are stopped. And the other way I take it is how at the start, how the zombies like were created with the Helicase and the 115 connected to the DNA. So it is referring to the Helicase, and then the atom referring to the 115 and the DNA connected to it. So until it crashes, until the Helicase crashes and stops splitting the DNA, and until the atom smashes, until the 115 smashes away from the DNA, then all the zombies will stay like that. And that, I reckon that brings up the possibility of a cure, and we know cures can be found. Turned mode, VR11, we know the cure's around, but whether it means that, I don't know. Basically what I take from it is, like, what I'm going to read is what a basic summary of it, and it's in my thread, which I'm going to link to you too, but yeah. The plague is very similar to zombies, which is referenced throughout Ring Around the Rosie throughout the whole song and the start and all that. Maxis talks about his Richtofen's relationship and what Richtofen does now. So it's from Maxis' point of view, and he's thinking about what Richtofen does now. He also thinks about the zombies regretting it and what they're capable of, so I guess he regrets creating them. That change is needed to stop all this. This is what I take from the last line and from stuff throughout the song. It all needs to change. And this is from Max's point of view. This is like why he's fighting Richtofen and all that. But it's all up to you guys, and I'm still unsure about the I Feel the Shadows verse. That's the one I had trouble doing. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'll link you to the thread on CODs. It's a great site. Go check it out, and I'll see you guys later. Catch.